Hi, boys and girls. So I've sent home to the online learners a new book. So in your weekly work, you should have gotten this book. It's called My First Grade Trick Words. So it's in a folder and it's got all kinds of pages underneath, okay? And your name should be right here on the bottom. All right, so now I'm going to show you how we use this book, okay? So this should be your first page. So these are all our trick words in this book. And this book is going to help us practice spelling our trick words because we have to know how to spell all 93 by the end of first grade and help us practice sentence writing, okay? So like I said, the first page will be the word the. And I'm going to take you through what we would do, okay? So you don't have to put your name at the top because it's in a folder with your name. So all the pages will stay right in the folder. All right, so our word is the, T-H-E, and it's dotted right here. So that means that we have to trace it. So you're going to trace it. Just like that. All right. Then there are 1, 2, 3 smaller lines. What do you think you're going to do on that line? If you said write your word, you are correct. So then we practice in our very best handwriting using our skyline, our plane line, our grass line, and our worm line when necessary, okay? So boys and girls, if you were in school and I looked at your book and it wasn't in your very best handwriting, then I would make you redo it. So I want you the first time to please do it in your very best handwriting because this will help you with your letter formation, okay? So again, we have another line. So we are going to write it and then one more time. The, T-H-E. Okay, so that's easy enough, right? Now, on the bottom part, you want to write a sentence. Now, boys and girls, it's really important that you remember your word of the day is the, and you want to use that word in your sentence, okay? So I'm going to write this sentence. I went to the park. So that's my sentence. All right. So now I have these boxes on the bottom that I need to look at. The first one says uppercase, and it's got a capital A, B, C. So that means that I need to go back and check my sentence. We always start our sentence with a capital letter, so I want to make sure that I've started my sentence with a capital letter. And then if I've used any capitals in my sentence. So for example, if I use someone's name, if I use the month of the year, anything that would require a capital letter, a special place, a holiday, then I would need to check and make sure that I used my capital letter. So I only used a capital letter at the beginning of my sentence, so that's all I need. So I'm going to put an X in this box. That means I've checked it, and if it wasn't capital, then I would go back and fix it before I checked my box. The next one says spaces. So boys and girls, between each word, we should have a space so that it separates the words and we know it's a new word. I use as a suggestion for kids to use your first finger when you're writing if you have trouble with spaces. So you would write a word, put your finger down, and then start your word right after your finger. And then that will ensure that you have spaces. So Miss Lucy has spaces here, 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 and here. So I have spaces between all of my words. So I would check the box spaces. If I did not have spaces, I would go back and erase and fix. Okay? This one with the camera says cite words. That means you want to go back. What was your word of the day? It was the, and I want to find it in my sentence. Once I find it in my sentence, I want to circle it. Uh-oh, my pen's not working. Circle it. Now, yours does not have to be in a different color. I just did that to show you so it stands out. So the is my word, and I used it. And I spelled it correctly. So I can put a check mark on that. The last box we want to look at is called punctuation. Now, punctuation is what we use in our sentence. In first grade, we learn about question marks, periods, and exclamation points. So my sentence needs to end with one of those. So I'm going to go back. I wrote a telling sentence, and I used a period. So I get to check off that box because that I did it. If I hadn't put my punctuation in, I would fix it. Okay? All right, so then you turn the page in your booklet, and look, there's more lines, and there's a box underneath. So boys and girls, there's lots of lines because some people like to write lots with their sentences. As we move into the school year, I will be asking you to make longer or make 2 sentences. So when you're done with your writing, you get to turn the page and draw a picture in your picture box. So now let's think about that. My sentence was, I went to the park. So should I be drawing myself driving in a car to the beach? No. We want to draw a picture of myself either going to the park or doing something at the park. Remember, we want our picture to match our words. So boys and girls, how are you going to use this book? Remember, I said it's for practice. So today, you can do your the word, right? What I'd like you to do is once a day, do a word, right? We've already introduced our trick words. So right now we've learned the, we've learned of, we've learned his and is, we've learned a, and we've learned and. And guess what? More are coming, okay? So I don't want you to do a whole bunch of words in one day. I would like you to do 1 word a day. And if you'd like to take a picture of it and show me, I'd love to see it and read your sentence. Okay, boys and girls, please don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions about this book. All right, boys and girls, have a great day and have fun writing.